Hi guys! So this is week 12 and this is also my third attempt to record this vlog because my other program was failing, but I found one that I think is going to be pretty reliable, so I'm going to stick with it. Today was a beautiful day. It's February 11th and it was pretty warm, so I have my windows open, trying to benefit from that fresh air before it gets too cold. It's kind of getting there now, but I figured I'd go ahead and try and do this. I've been trying to do this since the sun was out, so it's starting to get a little hazy. But, yeah, so, okay, let's do some updates. I am now 61 pounds down from surgery. That leaves me at an average of 4 to 5 pounds a week, and that is pretty much on par with where I'm supposed to be according to all of the literature. So, not really concerned about it. It kind of puts me in the 20 to 25% of my excess weight category, which is, about right for the 2 to 3 months mark. But yeah, so this week will mark 3 months since I had surgery, and that means that I will be seeing my surgeon. I have that appointment on Thursday, so I should have at least the update to say that my surgeon thinks that I'm doing all right next week. And after that, it'll be a 3-month break. And that's kind of crazy. Like, we're starting to head into the point where, I'm going to end up being one of the veterans and not one of the newbies. So as you may have noticed from the last couple of videos, this last couple of weeks, like, they've been pretty rough for me, mostly from an emotional standpoint. Like, I've been on par with my diet. My water intake has been pretty fine and everything. It's just personal life has been a little bit stressful. What with losing friends and gaining old friends back and stuff like that. One of the things that was also really stressing me out was just our current socioeconomic situation here in the States. And so I made a decision like 5-6 days ago, and when I made that decision, it seemed to make a pretty significant impact in my life. And that decision was that I was going to disengage from the vast majority of the conversation about our environment here. It's not that I don't care anymore. It's not that I'm going to never fight for the rights of people or that I won't ever march or any of those things. It is about the fact that being constantly bombarded by the complaints of other people has been very distracting for me. It has taken my focus away from the things that I need to focus on and brought it to like a place that I can't even improve. Like, I can't change it. I can't change another person's mind. That other person has to want to change their mind. And I know that my mind's probably not going to change, especially not based on the kinds of arguments that we're receiving right now. So all it is this static, this back and forth, this huge distraction. And when you're trying to improve your life in a very immediate way, that kind of distraction just doesn't work. It doesn't help. I had this surgery to make my life better. I can focus on all the things that could potentially go wrong that will make it so this surgery was a mistake, or I can say this surgery, and this decision was a good decision, and I am moving forward with that decision, looking at the positives. And it may be that my place has to be like, I have to show everybody this is why it was a good decision. This is why it should continue to be supported on insurance, and this is why, you should give a fuck sometime. But for right now, I have to focus on what's going to make it, so that like I don't waste the investment of my time, my pain, my energy. That's the part that I kind of decided this week, and I think that it's really helped me, because I have all that energy. I have so much energy. And what I've done is I've been able to reroute it into other efforts. So I've been working more, I've been more productive at my day job, and I've got way more pages of editing to do for my personal business than I could probably handle right now. But it keeps me busy. The reality is, I think about that. I think about the fact that I'm busy now, and that I'm not like freaking out, or that I'm not having like a huge problem. And that is such a big deal. It's such a big deal for me. I don't do busy well. I am the queen procrastinator, right? All through school, it was to the last minute. I was not the person who wrote two rough drafts and then had somebody look at it for me and then did tweaks and stuff. I was the person who wrote their papers the night before, maybe even the morning before. So the idea that I am working on something that's like long term, and that I'll have to review it, and I'm taking on projects with my clients that require diligence and, multiple days of work, is huge. That's a big deal. But it's a great way to dispel excess energy, because like you have to do it. You have to do it. You've taken the money, you've made the commitment. So I think it's really helped me in regards to the surgery, because when I started taking away that static, the static that I let in from other sources, it gave me back that energy so that I could focus on myself. So I restabilized my protein intake, for example. Like, it was starting to get really bad. I was starting to not eat for 2/3 of the day, be choking down, a protein shake, and having a popsicle when I got home. Like, it was like, I just don't get hungry. And when you're stressed out, you start making excuses. You start making these like reasons in your head. Like, it's totally okay for me to skip today. Like, I don't have to get all my protein today. I don't have to do my exercise, or whatever it is that you're skipping. I don't have to do it because I'm stressed out and I'm tired. I'm just going to go to bed. And like that was what was happening. And I think that it was really, really negatively impacting my ability to keep myself feeling good and positive. So making the active choice to remove static from your life ultimately removes static from your life, and you end up feeling a whole lot better. That's basically what my message is this week, is you have to start advocating for yourself, because in the general scheme of life, you are only guaranteed to have one thing when you wake up tomorrow, and that is the body that you came in. So if you don't invest in it and you don't take care of it, then you will literally have nothing, because you certainly can't maintain relationships if you don't have yourself. You can't keep your job if you don't have yourself. You can't even have a really satisfying night of sleep without yourself. You just can't. And as hard as it is for so many people to hear, these things are a choice. It may not be your choice as to what's going on around you, but it's definitely your choice as to how you respond to those things. And, you know, really, like, that kind of choosing was how I got things turned around in the first place, when I started losing weight in the first place, even before surgery. Recognizing that depression and anxiety and loneliness and all these things, like, I feel them, they are real, and they are significant. Like, it's not me writing off and saying, like, hey, these don't matter. They do. But what matters more is how you respond to them. Like, you can choose to make that situation worse, or you can choose to make it better. Now, one thing that I do in my time is I employ that mentality, which is when you feel bogged down by your own stuff, like your sadness, your static. Like, I always call it static because it's like it buzzes and it keeps you from being able to see clearly. When you are so trapped in that you can't make choices to get yourself out, one of the things that the experts say is you can help yourself by focusing your efforts and your thoughts and all of that stuff on other people. So I actually volunteer as a peer counselor on a website called 7 Cups. And I decided that I was going to take all of that energy that might be extra, that makes me want to, like, talk to other people and help them improve, whatever it is. I was going to do it in a constructive place where, you know, people are actually looking for help and change. So I've been donating more time to my peer counseling, and I think it's really positively influencing things, because it's made it so that I can share my story, I can help other people, I can celebrate, you know, little victories that maybe are getting swallowed by the environmental static that is amongst my friends. And I feel like I'm making a positive impact in the process. So, yeah, I guess I'm ultimately saying you have to be your own advocate. So, ultimately, at the end of the day, you know what you need to do. Whether you're a surgery patient or not, I mean, this is mostly a surgery-focused channel, but you know what you need to do. You just have to look at it and try to pull apart the emotional static from the logical. And if you can take your logical and say, I know what I need to do, I know what I need to eat, I know what exercises I need to do, I know what vitamins I need to take, I know the process that for, like, the vast majority of people is the successful road. I know that. I know what my surgeon has told me to do. I know what my doctors have told me to do. I know what my physiologist has told me to do. I know the plan. So why am I letting anything else keep me from doing that plan? Like, don't make yourself excuses. If where you're at right now is stressing you out and it's distracting you, it's time to make decisions to best support yourself. And I guess that's what I'm going to leave it with right now, because this is getting long. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed my babbling, kind of off the cuff, third time around probably not the best take, but that's the take we're going to take. So if you want to hear about anything, let me know. Otherwise, I will see you later. Bye.